Effective communication is essential for any leader, but for introverted leaders, it can sometimes feel like a daunting task. Introverted leaders tend to be more reserved and thoughtful in their communication style, which can sometimes be misconstrued as being disengaged or aloof. To help introverted leaders effectively communicate with their team members and peers, here are some strategies, phrases to consider using, and phrases to avoid. 1. Acknowledge your introversion. One way you can build rapport with your team members is by acknowledging your introverted nature. This can help set expectations and create a more open and understanding environment. For example, you could say, "I tend to be more introverted, so I may not always be the first to speak up, but I value everyone's input." 2. Active listening. Introverted leaders are often good listeners, so make sure to actively listen to your team members when they are speaking. Show you are engaged by nodding, making eye contact, and asking clarifying questions. This can help create a sense of trust and respect within your team. 3. Use open-ended questions. To encourage participation from your team members, try using open-ended questions that require more than just a yes or no answer. For example, instead of asking, "Did everyone understand the instructions?" you could ask, "What are your thoughts on how we can improve this process?" 4. Provide feedback constructively. When providing feedback to your team members, make sure to do so in a constructive and positive manner. Avoid using harsh language or criticism that may be perceived as overly harsh. Instead, focus on highlighting their strengths and offering suggestions for improvement. 5. Encourage diverse perspectives. Introverted leaders may be more inclined to listen to their own thoughts rather than seeking input from others. To combat this tendency, actively encourage diverse perspectives within your team. Let your team members know that their opinions are valued and that you are open to new ideas. 6. Phrase to avoid. I'm not sure if this will work, but. This phrase can undermine your authority as a leader and suggest a lack of confidence in your decisions. Instead, try saying, "I believe this approach could be effective because." 7. Phrase to avoid. I don't have time to talk right now. While it's important to set boundaries, dismissing your team members' concerns outright can make them feel undervalued. Instead, try saying, "I would like to address this issue, but can we schedule a time to discuss it later?" In conclusion, effective communication is key for introverted leaders to lead their teams successfully. By acknowledging your introversion, actively listening, using open-ended questions, providing constructive feedback, encouraging diverse perspectives, and being mindful of your language, you can create a positive and inclusive work environment where everyone feels heard and valued. Remember, communication is a skill that can be developed and improved over time, so practice these strategies consistently to strengthen your leadership abilities.